Guys, we have a very, very special guest joining us right now. A super GM in our midst. The one and only Hans Niemann is
Hi,
here.
hi.
Hello,
Good to
Hans.
see you, Sagar.
So good to see you.
Can plug this.
Yeah, if we can put it back. And guys, Hans, who is here a little early for his US championships, is with us. Hans, lot to talk about, but if we could first look at this game.
Yeah, no, the super fascinating games.
But somehow it
Sorry.
feels to me
Oh
that
wow.
Garry is playing some incredible chess in this event.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Obviously, I don't know when I was. It's such a special thing that you have them playing after so long.
If he finds it, it's over. Wish Garry will have to resign, and he
Yeah,
finds it.
yeah. Wow. And if Queen F7, you have.
I think Hans,
By now
all
it's
that
over.
we needed was you to join commentary. Yeah, this first win.
Good luck. No, good luck, charm.
Yeah, I mean he scores his first win as you enter in.
Yeah, yeah.
What a game!
The Vishy should have had me as his training partner, as his analysis partner. Then I think
You
they
did?
only did it for the first game, right? Or they
No,
stopped.
they did it for all the games.
Wow.
You actually did offer it on Twitter.
I would have been happy to do it.
Right.
I
And I think you really prepared hard for the Las Vegas freestyle event.
I analyzed so many. Basically, what I did is that there weren't that many top level. I analyzed all the top level games in 960, and then I ran out of games, so I started going to Stockfish's games, and I looked at all of Stockfish's wins with white, and I went through maybe 500 games, and I saw the patterns, how things worked, the coordination, and I learned. So no, in the opening, I feel very good. But maybe next time, maybe 30 years from now.
But Hans, great to see you in St. Louis, and you will be coming back tomorrow. I believe it starts or day after,
No, tomorrow's the opening ceremony, and then today's the arrival day. But even I was here a few days earlier, and then Monday or the 12th is the first round.
and it'll be a very very important event for you that you'll play the U.S. Championships.
Yeah, yeah, it's my main tournament in America every year. It's a lot of strong players. It's mainly a warm up for the World Cup because obviously the World Cup is the last chance for the candidates. So that's obviously what mainly on my mind. But this is a great opportunity to play against strong players and try to be in good form for that.
And tell us a bit about the impact that these two players have had in your career. I know that Fischer is your favorite,
Yeah,
but Garry and Vishy, what has been their impact?
yeah. I'm trying. I think that I remember obviously Vishy's last World Championship matches. I remember watching his I think 2013 and 2014. I remember watching this quite closely, and I think Garry. There was a point where I realized that since I didn't have many traditional coaches, that I read through all of my greatest predecessors, and I think this series of books is probably a staple of any strong player. And I learned a lot from those. I read Gary's book, How Life Imitates Chess. Maybe you've heard of it, and it was very interesting how he was talking about how his personality and how his personal life affected his chess, or how he improved, and it made me sort of think about more consciously about which habits I wanted to build and how those habits could affect my chess sort of subconsciously and consciously, because Kasparov spoke about how in his personal life, or maybe when he got married, or it can affect we're often thinking as chess players that we should just spend the entire day analyzing the Berlin, and we forget that our personal and daily habits, our lifestyle choices, they have a great impact on how we think, our impulses, our intuition, or things that feel natural to us. So
That's quite deep, yeah.
yeah,
So
that
what you're saying is, if you decide to be some way in your, let's say, personal life,
yeah,
it could also impact your chess.
absolutely, because I started to realize that uh, as chess players, we aren't. It's actually quite an amateur sport based on how we prepare, and how if you look at most professional sports, tennis players have a nutritionist, they have a
Yes,
psychologist, they have a coach,
yes,
they have a team of 5 people catering to their needs, and in
absolutely.
chess you don't exactly only the players who have the budget or the team and the infrastructure have this support, which
Even they don't really use
exactly.
it well many
So
times.
yeah, I realized that it's that we are a reflection of our habits, and our sort of habits really define our character traits. Of course, you can see certain players who are very calm as people and they play crazy chess, but maybe that's just how we perceive them. But I started to think a lot about what type of player I wanted to be, how I wanted to control the game or play the game, and factor that into habits. So I found that like building certain habits, um, or reflecting on your personal life or things that are happening, can have a strong effect on your chess. That was the main thing from Kasparov's book that I really remember, and I've yet to read Anand's book, but I've been waiting to get to it. But I've heard great things.
Mind Master.
Yes, mine. Yes, yes. I've been meaning to read this book.
Amazing. And Hans, for your own chess right now, as it goes through a very critical phase, how are you preparing for it, for the US Championships, for the World Cup?
Yeah.
Are you doing it alone? Do you have a team here who
Yeah.
has come for the US Championships?
No, I certainly have a team, perhaps not physically here, but I think I have a good team of people, training partners around me. Um, I would say that the main focus for me is the World Cup, the freestyle final, and the World Rapid and Blitz. I think obviously my favorite format is Blitz and Rapid and freestyle. So I obviously, even the World Cup format being a knockout is my first World Cup. So I've never.
Are you qualified for South Africa?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes,
So then
yes.
you have like World Cup, South Africa,
And then the World Rapid
and
and
then the
Blitz.
World Rapid and Blitz
Yeah.
in Doha.
Well, I'm not playing the Global Chess League, so I'm
Right.
taking some rest. But yeah, that's a lot of big tournaments, formats that I thoroughly enjoy. So, um, obviously, as a top American player, I want to become the US champion. But
World champion is your.
the world champion is obviously the goal, but it's more so that I want to play very good chess here, and get into a good rhythm that prepares, because there's not that much of a break before Go, right? We finish the last game was the 25th. There could be a tiebreak the 26th, and then the 27th I have a match against Ding Loren for the Speeches Championship.
Wow.
And then
Yeah, people were talking about it that you're going to play Ding.
and then right after that match I have to fly to Goa. Hopefully I get my visa soon.
You haven't got yet.
Well, they just announced it. It's a bit of an they just sent the invitation letter, so it's a bit of an my last time going to India, the visa was a complete nightmare. But hopefully it'll
That
be,
was 2019.
yes, we're first interview, yeah.
The
we're
the
first,
Mumbai World
Yeah.
Youth Championships.
yes, 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 yes. So
Wow.
I have to get to Goa quite early to acclimate, and hopefully no food poisoning this time. I'll be more careful with what I eat. And yeah, I've been eating a lot of spicy food here to prepare myself for any food that's
Really? Are
No,
you
no,
doing
it's
that?
just a joke. It's a
Okay.
joke. It's a joke.
Well,
I've just been eating a lot
you
of
never
spicy.
know, yeah. You might be doing some prep there as well. But what about Endgame.ai? I see that you making posts there, looking for talented programmers, developers,
Yeah.
kind
No.
of managing that as well.
Yeah, no, we have a great team that helps manage it. We're expanding the team because we're working on the mobile app now. Because obviously, let's say most serious chess players probably play on their computer, but the larger casual audience mainly plays on their phone. So that's a market we want to break into, and we're going to sign a lot more players and creators and ambassadors quite soon. So, thankfully, I have a good team that helps me manage this, because obviously now the most important thing and the best thing that I can do as an ambassador for the company and brand is to be the best chess player in the world. So that is my main focus.
And you are always branded,
Yeah.
like you're wearing endgame. So if
Yeah.
when you do well, like for example, you are in Grand Swiss and you beat Yaz Khan in this beautiful game,
Yeah.
it was talked about
Yeah, and the
everywhere.
logos are everywhere. No,
Right.
it's simple. I guess Formula One is the example of how their shirts and logos have. You can't imagine the money people pay for these Formula One cars. They'll spend millions of dollars just for a small logo on a place of the car that no one really notices. So that's obviously a good thing. But yeah, no, I really am looking forward to the World Rapid and Blitz, because I think that's my best chance to become world champion. The candidates is a random cycle. Like you have eight, not random, but I mean, I really wish that they could go back to a knockout format because 8 players, only one winning. It's quite random in my opinion. But anyways, there's no excuse. You have to. The World Cup is a very fair format. I think. I wouldn't. It's a bit long, to be.
Yeah, it's 27 days in all if you reach the finals.
Yeah, I think it's a bit much, but I think maybe they could just to play any. I said that Alirez isn't playing because of that, but
Really,
obviously
he's not playing
that's
because
what
of the length.
even he hasn't played the last 2 years. I personally think it's insane. Like Alirez was the first was to 2800. Is amazing talent, and this is his last chance at the candidates. He's not even playing. It's I don't really understand it.
Yeah.
But
Do you know
yeah.
there are some players who have who consider their chess journey to not be just candidates and world championship. Like for example, we see Wesley. So also many times he's not competing in all those events that qualify you to the candidates and so on. So
Yeah.
it's also a route that some players take.
Yeah, I suppose if you're in the Grand Chess Tour and you get invitations, then then you're not as desperate. But in my case, when these are opportunities or a golden chance, I certainly won't miss the opportunity. But yeah, with the rise of rapid and blitz and freestyle, it's possible to take that approach. But I don't know. My personal dream is that chess kind of speeds up because
Shorter format, yes.
but 27 days is honestly insane. Like, there's no sporting event that lasts 27 days. Like there's no.
I mean, IPL or cricket does last 2 months but there are teams don't have to play every day.
Yeah.
Here you have to play almost every day.
Yeah, I suppose if you don't have a playoff, you get a rest day.
Right.
But yeah, I would have. It would have been. I think maybe if they cut it in half, or I think generally chess needs to. I think we have an issue where we have too many different formats. Where you have the World Cup, the Grand Swiss, which is a qualifier for the candidates, which is a round robin, and then a round robin is a qualifier to the match.
Right.
So I think that in tennis you have a great system where they're just pure knockout and that's it. I think chess needs to adopt something like that.
Right. And Hans, you are here at the St. Louis Chess Club, and this is my first time in St. Louis. And I've been enamored by this place. I find this to be something truly unique in the world of chess in terms of the infrastructure, just this World Chess Hall of Fame, this restaurant here, the Kingside Diner. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just filled with chess here.
yeah.
It's so beautiful.
They even
with
had a
some
restaurant in the airport before.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. When I
yeah.
entered, and you can see players like Levon, Fabi, everyone living here. What's your feeling about this entire chess club extension, and how do you see it?
Yeah, I've been coming here actually. I came here for the first time in 2013 when he was 14. For There's this amazing initiative that the St. Louis Chess Club I think was a sponsor of, which is called the U.S. Chess School. Maybe it's our smaller version of Waka or that you guys had, and basically they would have these camps, and I remember at these camps you had Wonder Liang, Carissa Yip, all of the top junior talents who you see now at the top were there, and I received a last minute invitation, and it was quite a. I continued going to these chess school camps, and I learned a lot. So I've been playing here for a while. So the expansion is quite nice. We used to play in the Hall of Fame, but it was in the attic. It was quite very nice, but there are no spectators. So hopefully with more space, we'll be able to accommodate more spectators, and it'll have more ambiance and add more to the game.
Amazing. Well, Hans, there are questions for you. One person has asked, Amog, Hans, you lost about 200 elo in 2014-15. Feb, you gained like 400 elo. What was on your mind at that time? What prep you did? Your mindset?
Yeah, so some of the more extreme time changes were because I had K40. And for example, K40 means that at my current rating, I have K10, which means that the most amount of points that I can gain in one game is 9.2. And the most I can lose is 9.2. With K40, it's 4 times that. So it's quite a volatile rating system. Um, I think I, because of K40, gained quite a bit of rating. Um, and then I sort of had a series of bad tournaments where I lost a lot. The I actually was plateaued around 2300. The main thing was that I was in school, and Gukesh, Noterbeck, Prague, Arjun, like they didn't really have the same schooling. Like they didn't really go to school. Maybe some more, like Keimer probably went more than others, but um, because of school and because of other things, I played a lot of sports. I wasn't as dedicated to.
But Hans, like even now, like none of them have a company to run. I
Yeah,
mean, you are, I think, charting your own path, no?
yeah, no, certainly. I'm charging my own path, but um, some things are ideal, some things are not ideal. But I'm quite determined and motivated, and um, whatever it takes is what will be done. But then even when you're in America, you don't have that many opportunities like to. You could only play within America. I never really traveled much. It's more expensive. I didn't have any sponsorship, so the big breakthrough came when I was older. I matured. I played a lot. I had some good opportunities to play, and then obviously the big breakthrough came when I started traveling Europe, right? And I played all these tournaments. So it was more so good timing and then opportunities coming together. But sometimes things go really well and you know why, right? It's chess is a inexact science.
Now, do you feel like you have now like integrated into the system of chess, and now you have all the opportunities flowing, like in the sense that from being in the FIDE cycle, now this US championships, then you will play the speed chess champion, like you are playing all the big events now.
Well, I still am sort of not really included, or not. I'm not really considered an American chess player at this point, or I'm not treated as such, which is unfortunate.
You are playing the US championships,
Well,
right?
that's because they have to invite me by rating. But any tournament where there is a purely invitation, like where they can choose, they won't invite me, and it's been like that for 3 years, which has been quite disappointing. So in that regard, being it's unfortunate, but I will not let it define my path. Of course, once I get into the Grand Chess Tour, I would consider it myself sort of fully ingrained into the chess elite, and then regardless of what potential blacklisting or grudges people may hold, it shouldn't have an effect, right? So I suppose the most important thing is getting into the Grand Chess Tour, because once you're in the Grand Chess Tour, you have the cycle and you have freestyle and you have rapid and blitz, then nothing else really matters. So um, I would say that
Something like what maybe Prague is doing right now, yeah, like he's playing in the Grand Chess
yeah,
Tour freestyle.
I would say the Grand Chess Tour is the premier. I think even the Grand Chess Tour is such an amazing format, right? I'm a huge fan of the format. The final was exciting, like
Because of the rapid and
yeah, it's my
blitz and
dream format,
classical.
really. I think that the Grand Chess, if you had to ask me like which format proves to the best players in the world, the FIDE cycle or the Grand Chess Tour, I would say the Grand Chess Tour like 100%. I think I would consider like that a much fairer and meritocratic way to prove who the best chess player in the world
So
is.
right now with Fabi winning the Grand Chess Tour, you could say that he's the best player
Yes,
in
yeah.
the world
You
right now.
could you could easily say that, because instead of only having a classical tournament, you are testing players in all formats. So while we have the World Championship in classical, rapid, and blitz, he's prevailed in all formats. So in my opinion, if Fabi said I won the Grand Chess Tour, I'm the best player in the world, I wouldn't object. But that would be for the year, right? And someone could beat him the next year, right? But in my opinion, it's a fair system. So that's why I'm very eager to get into the Grand Chess Tour, and I hope that perhaps as the top American talent, I hope opportunities come. But again, it's not. I've learned over the past 2 years that you should not ask for opportunities. You should create them.
You should create your own, which is why
Yes.
you create your own events as
Yes,
well.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
And I don't think you are organizing anything right now. Yeah, you have
No, it's
already
just
your
there are so
hands
many
full.
tournaments, you know. It's
Yeah.
like it's so. Then there was a long break, so I played a lot. But um, if I had a month off, I would definitely organize some matches. But yeah, now there's just so much to do.
Mm.
So you give up the pawn, and now the king actually escapes. Because look here, you have this
Oh
square.
my God. That's so beautiful. And anything can happen here, but of course, in time
Bishop
trouble,
c1.
it's too difficult. Oh, and Garry lost on time. So
Wow.
Vishy wins. Wow. Wow. And so there we have it, guys. 13-11. Vishy wins the two blitz games. If only he could have held on to that draw in the second rapid game, maybe he had his chance. But well, it's the end of a match, and what a beautiful way to end it, Hans. As I said, yeah, since you arrived, both wins for Vishy.
For the next part, I'll be. He knows how to reach me.
Well, but thank you so
Yes,
much
thank you,
for
thank
coming
you.
here, and we wish you good luck for your
Yes,
US championships.
thank you.
It'll be a very interesting tournament to follow.
Yes, take care. See you. See you. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Guys, that was Hans Niemann, one of the best players in the world of chess, joining us. He is in St. Louis for the US championships and was kind enough to join us for our commentary.